This is my creamy baked New York style cheesecake, and I'm going to share with you my tips to ensure the cheesecake doesn't crack. Hi, I'm Nikki. Welcome back to our kitchen, where we show you how to make delicious, family-friendly recipes. Ever since Chris and I went to New York a few years ago, I've been absolutely obsessed with the New York cheesecake. So today I'm sharing with you my own version of this cheesecake. I'm also going to share with you a bonus strawberry compote to put on top of the cheesecake. So let's get cooking. We're going to start by lining the base of a springform tin. So take a 23cm or 9-inch springform tin. We're going to remove it from the base and place a piece of non-stick baking parchment on top. Then clip the sides back into place to secure the baking parchment in place. Next up, we're going to crush 145 grams or 5.1 ounces of digestive biscuits into fine crumbs. Now you can do this in a mini chopper, or you can do it by hand by placing the baskets in a bag and giving them a good bash with a rolling pin. Then place those crushed up biscuits into a bowl. Now add in 85 grams, which is about 3 ounces of unsalted melted butter, plus a tablespoon of granulated or caster sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and give it a good mix together to combine. Now spoon that mixture into your prepared cake tin and flatten it down with the back of a spoon. Now I'm doing quite a thin biscuit base because I really want that creamy filling to shine through. Now once that's all nice and flat, we're going to place that in a preheated oven at 160°C or 320°F for 10 minutes. Okay, so now that's baked, we're going to leave that to cool while we make the cheesecake filling. In the bowl of a stand mixer, add 750 grams, which is about 26.5 ounces of full fat cream cheese. Now we're going to beat that cream cheese for about a minute until that cream cheese is lovely and soft. One of the key tips for ensuring that your cheesecake doesn't crack is to ensure that everything is at room temperature. So the cream cheese, the cream and the eggs, they're all at room temperature. Okay, now we're going to add in 250 grams, which is about 8.8 ounces of caster sugar. Once that sugar's fully incorporated, I'm going to sprinkle in 3 tablespoons of cornflour, or cornstarch in the US. Next in goes a tablespoon of vanilla extract, plus 3 large eggs and 1 egg yolk. Add them in one at a time, ensuring each egg is incorporated before adding the next one. And then finally we're adding in 160 ml, which is about 2/3 of a cup of double or heavy cream. And once that mixture is fully incorporated, you can turn off your mixer. Next up, I'm going to brush the sides of the cake tin with 1 tablespoon of melted unsalted butter. That'll help to prevent the cheesecake from sticking. Pour that cheesecake mixture into the prepared baking tin and flatten it down with the back of a spoon or a spatula. Now we're going to bake this cheesecake in a water bath in the oven. So I'm going to wrap the outside of the tin with foil to help keep it watertight so that none of the water touches the cheesecake. So once you've wrapped up that tin in the foil, then place the cheesecake into a roasting tin. Place that roasting tin onto the oven shelf. Now we're going to pour about 1 inch of boiling water around the sides of the baking tin. We want to ensure the water is no higher than the sides of the foil. So that that goes in the oven now, still at 160°C or 320°F, for about 55 to 65 minutes until the outside of the cheesecake is very slightly browned and there's a bit of a wobble in the centre. Once it's baked, remove the baking tin from the roasting tray and place on a cooling rack. Run a knife around the inside of the tin. This will help stop the cheesecake from cracking as it cools. Now we're going to leave that to cool on a cooling rack for 2 hours and then place it in the refrigerator for about 6 hours or up to overnight, and that just ensures that the cheesecake will chill completely throughout, and then that will make the perfect vanilla cheesecake. Or if you wanted to, you could top it with an additional topping. I'm going to make a quick fruit compote. I'll show you how. Add 550 grams, which is about 19 ounces, of chopped strawberries to a pan, along with 75 grams, which is about 2.5 ounces of caster sugar. We're also going to add in 1 tablespoon of cornflour and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we want to squeeze in about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Now give it a good stir together to ensure that cornflour fully coats the strawberries. That cornflour will help thicken the compote. Then turn the heat on to medium and bring it to a gentle simmer while stirring. So we're just going to cook that really gently for about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring it often until we've got a lovely thick sauce, until those strawberries are nice and tender, and then we're going to turn off the heat and allow it to cool. Remove the chilled cheesecake from the tin and transfer to a plate or a cake stand. Then top with that lovely jammy compote. This recipe should easily serve 12 people, and it freezes really well too. Check out my notes in the description to see how to freeze and how to defrost. So that's my New York style baked strawberry cheesecake. It just reminds me of Junior's. See you next time. Mm.